Hi Baller, Squiggles here, and this is another MLG game between MarineKing Prime, who is not red, he is the blue Terran up here at the top of the map, and at the bottom of the map we have STBomber. Yes, indeedy. Now, I think people actually would say that Bomber is a slightly stronger Terran than MarineKing, and that MarineKing's style of, well, just Marines, isn't really working as well, but MarineKing is still a very, very strong player and very consistent player, always placing fairly high in everything that he is in, it seems like. He's just will not go away because the power of the Marine is too great. Or so I hear. So this one is going to be on Antiga Shipyards, a TVT. You can see that nothing really is out of the ordinary, except that MarineKing is opting to kind of go for more of a wall-off, just in case, putting that first supply depot there. And Bomber is going to go for more of a space-saving, more, not economic, but more just space-saving, yeah, build, where he puts his supply depot between his gas geyser and his command center, and then he can just lower it like so, and get a little bit of extra room in his base. Not that there is a lot of, well, actually these bases are a little bit small, but regardless, it looks like MarineKing going to get his racks out a little bit before Bomber actually. And what is Bomber doing? Is he going for a 15 CC? He may indeed be doing that. I think he is. And on this map, you can kind of get away with it because you put the CC. Well, the next question is he going to put it here or is he going to put it up here? It looks like he is going to put it on the low ground. So, maybe not. He's juking me out. Just wants to make me a liar. But no, down it goes. So 15 CC versus a more standard racks on 12. No gas though, so that would prompt me to think that MarineKing is going to go for a expansion as well. He is just going to get a racks before he gets his expo. You can see he does have 300 minerals right now, and he should be throwing down his expo pretty soon. Looks like MarineKing is going to be the first one to scout, sending out that SCV who just finished building the barracks to see what he can see. Going to go check out this Xel'Naga watchtower, I think, or no, he's actually going to steal gold minerals. So yes, the Klepto the Klepto SCV who steals the gold minerals from his own mineral patch. And then, what? Oh, I see. So MarineKing is going to expand to the gold right off the bat, which is incredibly ballsy. And I don't actually think, I don't know if Bomber can actually punish him for doing this, is the thing. Look at this incredibly delayed orbital command, so maybe Bomber will be able to punish him. I don't know. He got actually, okay, so he got out his command center and 2 barracks before getting his orbital command. That's pretty uncommon, and now it looks like MarineKing is adding on a total of 3, well, he's going to have a total of 3 barracks, already has the one already up. And he does have control of the Xel'Naga watchtower, and he needs to control this Xel'Naga at all times because this Xel'Naga can definitely see the gold, and if the gold is spotted, then Bomber is going to know he is going to have a very limited time to do damage before MarineKing's economy is just too good. So it looks like there was a bunker, but this one SCV is actually going to get past all of the Marines. Oh no, 2 Marines actually bumping into the SCV, and the SCV is going to run all the way up. He's going to see both racks. He's going to see there's only one gas, and he's going to see the orbital, and he can count every single SCV in here if he wants. He is going to be taken out, I believe. There we go. Gunned down by those Marines. It'll be in tomorrow's paper. That was very, very not cool of them, but it's okay because you know what? He did what he needed to do. He got all the scouting he could possibly want, and MarineKing has his command center done at the gold. Mule is landed, and a mule on a gold mineral patch is almost unfair. I'm not going to lie. It looks like MarineKing going up to 5 racks right now, and now going to throw down 2 gases at the same time. So he has continued to just build SCVs non-stop and rally all of his Marines to the Xel'Naga watchtower. Has a total of 6 Marines there now compared to the 1 Marine for Bomber. And what else? What? This is so crazy. So both guys are just going for mass Marines. You see Bomber is hiding all of his Marines right here, and MarineKing is not hiding his at all. He is just really wants to keep control of the middle of the map. So now there's 2 mules. Oh man. And this is just wow. Wow, MarineKing. This is crazy. You can see MarineKing is getting ahead in supply, but But Bomber has Stim on the way, and when Stim finishes, Bomber could do a huge attack and just wreck the non-upgraded Marines of MarineKing. MarineKing is getting a tech lab now. He also has a factory on the way, which I do not believe Bomber has at all. I'm looking around the base, and I do not see a factory. I just now see a factory going down. So Bomber is going to be a little bit, but wait, I was totally wrong. This is Bomber, this is MarineKing. Okay, so MarineKing is going for, what is he going for? Very, very quick upgrades for his infantry, it looks like, getting 2 engineering bays. And yeah, a total of 5 racks coming out for him, only 1 add-on, and that's going to be getting a combat shields. So not even going to be going for Stim. Meanwhile, there is the factory that is almost done. There we go, done for Bomber. So MarineKing does not have a factory, for any of you who are totally confused like I was about what's going on. But he is getting a starport really quick. So we could see some medevacs possibly come out. He does have enough gas to get his there we go, his reactor if he needs it, and it looks like he is going to do that. He also has a nice little concave going on here with this bunker, so he's going to be feeling pretty good. And MarineKing has so many Marines. So many Marines. How many does Bomber have? Not that many. Even with these 4, it's not that many. But Bomber is in the better spot. So and Bomber's going to have Stim done too if MarineKing isn't careful. Stim is just about to finish. Actually, the timing on combat shields to Stim is like the same. So, okay, combat shields is done now. Here comes the scan, and here comes MarineKing. He's going to be moving up here, but stimming is Bomber and absolutely wrecking. Actually, this is really close. Wow, down goes the bunker, and it looks like MarineKing is actually going to win the day as far as that goes, but Bomber just going to pull back, not going to step his bounds, and he does have his medevacs. He's getting 2 at a time now. So Bomber is going for a much more standard, I would say, build. He is getting a ton. Oh, wow, look at this. Bomber has so many add-ons on his barracks. So he's going to be able to get a ton of Marines. If we look at the supplies, we can see that Bomber is actually making more Marines than MarineKing is, because MarineKing just has naked barracks, but he's adding on 3 more right now. So MarineKing is going to be up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, if my math is correct, that is 8. He also has his own factory, just now finishing with the reactor and getting that starport. So he's going to be getting out, going to be getting out medevacs as well. And he has his 1-1 almost done. Meanwhile, Bomber is taking a 3rd, and he's got to be feeling pretty good that he held off that first attack, not knowing that MarineKing has had this gold for like the whole game, and Bomber does not know that. So he's doing very well keeping up as far as supply and everything else, considering the kind of, you know, advantage that MarineKing has. Also, MarineKing has his own expansion done, and just a ton of Marines coming out. So this is what I was talking about. This is the MarineKing style, and it looks like Bomber is doing that style too, just going mass Marines with dropships. Going to be stemming a few 4 Marines and absolutely getting wrecked. And here's MarineKing to see. He does not have stim yet. Oh, and no stim equals Bomber's units are absolutely going to be destroying. There they are, stimming forward and going to kill off every one of these Marines. All of these SCVs are going to have to lift off and run away, and maybe they could actually lift into these. No, looks like, oh, wow, MarineKing taking huge damage. May actually lose his orbital command. I think he will. Oh, he's going to go repair it. Is he going to lose it? Oh, it's just barely hanging on. Wow, but he is going to lose all of his SCVs there. And now it looks like MarineKing is running back, trying to do damage, but no. Bomber, wow, somehow just getting those add-ons on those racks, getting so many Marines out, and having those upgrades a little bit sooner. And that's really what it came down to. He had stim in both of the engagements. MarineKing did not, and that was all that was needed. I mean, those Marines do so much damage when they're stemmed. And now Bomber feeling really good on 3 bases, knowing that MarineKing is probably on 2. Now, MarineKing did keep this orbital command alive. That is very important. But, I mean, MarineKing just, he doesn't have any add-ons on any of his racks. So, is he going to add on add-ons? It looks like, yes, going to be adding on a couple more reactors, 3 more reactors. So, he will be able to outproduce his opponent if it goes that far, but it looks like it is not going to be going that far, as there we go, MarineKing now stemming and running back. But look at this, Bomber has siege tanks out, and these siege tanks are just wreaking havoc across the battlefield. There's another stem for MarineKing, and it looks like Bomber actually has more medevacs at the same time, just sniping those medevacs. Only down to 1 medevac now. MarineKing forced to pull some SCVs, and it looks like Bomber is not done yet. It is 134 supply versus 82. So MarineKing, who had arguably the better opener, although more risky, just didn't get his upgrades fast enough. And you can see that, I mean, he's even going to have +2/+2 before his opponent, but he just doesn't have any units at this point. I mean, if we look at the Army tab, we can see it's 37 supply versus 81. And look at this, even dropping Marines on the high ground and shelling it with siege tanks. Bomber looking unstoppable at this point. I'm not sure what MarineKing can do. He is marshaling all of his forces. That includes Marines and SCVs. And he is going to be probably pushing down for one final attack if he can possibly get Bomber. This is going to be the time. Here come the Marines, splitting them up, focusing on the siege tanks. One siege tank is down, two is down. There we go. But a third one running up and a lot more Marines for Bomber. And it looks like MarineKing's supply is just plummeting as Bomber just smashes his way through. That is unbelievable. And now Bomber with more siege tanks just pushing through. And I don't think there's going to be enough for MarineKing to salvage this game. It is double supply for Bomber at 124 versus 58. Right now, these siege tanks just destroying everything. Looks like MarineKing may actually clean this up, but I don't even know if it's worth it at this point. I mean, Bomber is just about to finish his own expansion at the gold. He has 3 bases up at this point. He has a lot of Marines and tanks that he's just continuing to produce, making a couple more barracks and a factory, actually. So he's going to be able to just produce an absolutely obscene amount of units. Meanwhile, it looks like MarineKing is not going for any kind of tanks at all. He does not believe in tanks, at least not in this game, adding on a couple more barracks, actually, and is just going to continue making medevacs. He's not even making medevacs. He's just making racks. He does have 3-3 on the way, but look, somehow Bomber with siege tanks is still ahead of him as far as tech goes, and just the exact same as far as upgrades. So MarineKing is going to have just not even a sliver of time. Oh man, he's going to have like 3 seconds where he has more upgrades. And look at this, now Bomber is moving over here, shutting down the mining of this gold base that MarineKing was destined to try and do, dropping up here and just harassing all over the place, taking out the gas geyser, because that's important. But here we go. Look at this planetary fortress. Is actually just massive. Look at that. 11 kills in about 2 seconds. There's the GG. So Bomber going to be taking it off MarineKing. Pretty awesome epic. I mean, MarineKing had a lot of Marines, but Bomber actually had just as many with stim, and then later on in the game he had just as many with stim and siege tanks, and that was the difference. So congratulations to Bomber. Thank you guys for watching, and please leave comments. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know what you like, what you don't like, and any games that you would like to see cast. Please let me know or send them to me at squigglestarcraft@gmail.com. I'll take a look-see, and I might just cast a few of them. All right, guys, I'm Squiggles. I'm out.